So, remember when your orgasm had the power of a rocket launcher and it wasn't uncommon to hit the ceiling of the car? These days, maybe it's more like squeezing the last bit of toothpaste from the tube or a drip from the faucet. So, today the goal is to help you reclaim that power, increase the volume, thicken the consistency, and bring that firepower back in a way that feels natural, healthy, and deeply connected to your body. This is the kind of conversation you often cannot have with your regular doctor. But here with Dr. Amanda Brooks, nothing about your body's intimate health is off limits. Together, we are going to walk through what is happening inside your body, why things have changed, and what you can do to restore strength, vitality, and confidence in your orgasm. By the end of this video, you will understand how and why your prostate and pelvic floor really are the MVPs of your climax, and how to support them so they work for you instead of against you. You will also discover how certain foods, herbs, and specific types of movement can improve semen volume, enhance thickness, and intensify the force of your ejaculation. This is about helping your body remember what it is capable of. You will learn how to support your system so it can once again feel like a fire hose and not a leaky faucet. Think of this as a total tune-up for your sexual engine. So let's get familiar. I am Dr. Amanda Brooks, a physician, sexologist, and a guide who has helped countless men rebuild their confidence, restore their performance, and reconnect with their sexual power. This is not fluff. This is rooted in physiology research and years of clinical experience working with men's health and sexual function. The beautiful part is that using this information can be not only effective, but also fun, empowering, and even healing for your self-esteem. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe so you do not miss a single tool, insight, or strategy that can support your sexual health journey around here. Every week is what many of my patients jokingly call a hard week, because the mission is to help over 1 million men get and stay hard naturally. Consider this your safe space to learn about your body, ask questions, and gain back control. One of the first steps in this journey is understanding your erection age, or what we call your E-age. You might be 40 on your driver's license, but your erection may be acting like it is 65. That gap matters because it tells us how urgently your body is asking for support. You can calculate your E-age at the link provided, and once you do, come back here and share it in the comments. That way, you can be the man in your group whose erection is aging in reverse instead of accelerating toward decline. Now, let's break down what is really happening when you experience a powerful ejaculation. This is not just one organ doing all the work. It is a coordinated team effort. Several structures are involved in producing, moving, and ejecting semen with strength and rhythm. But the star player of this team, the Kobe Bryant of ejaculation power, is your prostate. Starting at the top of the system, the slippery pre-ejaculate that you sometimes notice before orgasm is produced by the bulbourethral glands, which sit low in the pelvis. They provide lubrication and help neutralize acidity in the urethra. Then comes the prostate gland, which adds an alkaline fluid that accounts for roughly 1/3 of your semen's volume and helps protect sperm as they travel. The seminal vesicles contribute the remaining majority of the semen, including much of the fluid that carries the sperm. What matters most for power and distance, though, is not just how much fluid is produced, but how forcefully it is pushed out. That is where the prostate's strength, elasticity, and muscular function truly shine. The prostate actually helps press the semen into the urethra and contributes to the expulsive force that pushes it outward during ejaculation. When everything is working well, you get those strong, pulsating releases that feel powerful and satisfying. When the ejaculation is more of a dribble, sludge, or weak trickle, that often signals that the prostate is not functioning at its best. It may be congested, inflamed, or simply less elastic than it used to be. Healthy elasticity in the prostate tissue is crucial because it allows the gland to contract and relax effectively, propelling semen through the urethra with force. Over time, age and lifestyle factors can reduce this elasticity and diminish that natural spring-like push. As men get older, the prostate can also be affected by conditions such as inflammation, chronic irritation, or benign prostatic hyperplasia, commonly known as BPH, which involves non-cancerous enlargement of the gland. These changes can compress the urethra, interfere with urine flow, and alter the way semen is expelled. If the gland is stiff, swollen, or overly stretched, the force of ejaculation often decreases, and the sensation can become less intense. Over time, another essential part of your ejaculation power comes from your pelvic floor muscles. These muscles form a supportive hammock under your pelvis and include key players like the bulbocavernosus and ischiocavernosus muscles. They sit around the base of the penis and are responsible for the rhythmic contractions you feel at the peak of orgasm. When these muscles are strong and responsive, they help propel the fluid through the urethra and out of the body in those characteristic pulses. For your body to shoot with power, several things must be true at the same time. The pelvic floor muscles need to contract strongly and rhythmically. The pathway from the prostate and seminal vesicles through the urethra has to be open, and the glands must produce sufficient fluid. The fluid then travels several inches through the urethra, and in younger years with optimal function, that can translate into impressive distance. Yes, sometimes even reaching high targets like the roof of a car. In your 20s, testosterone tends to be higher. Nitric oxide production is robust. The prostate is compact and strong, and the pelvic floor is naturally more active and engaged. With time, these systems often become less efficient. Hormone levels can decrease. Oxidative stress accumulates in the tissues, and chronic sitting, stress, or inactivity can weaken the pelvic floor. The result is less force, less volume, and less satisfaction. The testicles and seminal vesicles can also be affected by aging, lifestyle, and nutrition. Testosterone levels may fall, and important minerals like zinc can become depleted. Both testosterone and zinc are deeply involved in sperm production, semen quality, and overall sexual vitality. When they are low, the body may produce less semen, and what is produced may lack the same density, texture, and power you remember from earlier years. Now that the anatomy and physiology are clearer, let's talk about how to start improving things from the inside out. One powerful strategy is to clear congestion and improve circulation through the prostate. And this is where prostate massage can play a major role. When done correctly, prostate massage can help move stagnant seminal fluid, reduce congestion, and enhance blood flow and elasticity in the area. There is clinical research suggesting that structured prostate massage can improve ejaculatory force and overall function in some men. In practice, this means that regularly stimulating or decompressing the gland may help it contract more effectively. You can use internal digital stimulation with a clean, lubricated finger or a slim, gentle, curved prostate massager. For those who prefer not to go internal, applying firm but careful pressure externally to the perineum, the area between the scrotum and the anus, can also be helpful. At this stage, the focus is not primarily pleasure, although some men may find the sensations enjoyable. The intention is health and function, supporting the gland so it does not accumulate residual fluid and tension that interfere with strong ejaculation. If you choose to experiment with prostate massage, always listen to your body, use plenty of lubrication, and stop if you feel pain or lingering discomfort. If you want to shoot further and stronger, you also need muscular power. This is where targeted pelvic floor training comes in. The same way you might work on your biceps or core in the gym, your pelvic floor can be trained to contract more forcefully and more rhythmically. When those muscles are conditioned, the expulsive phase of orgasm becomes stronger, and the sensation of release intensifies. Research has shown that pelvic floor exercises can improve ejaculatory control, erectile rigidity, and the distance and force of semen expulsion for many men. Think of these exercises as specialized repetitions for your sexual muscles. Some of my patients playfully refer to them as dick-ups, intentional repeated contractions and relaxations of the pelvic floor, designed to build strength and coordination. When practiced consistently and correctly, many men notice changes within a couple of weeks, sometimes even sooner depending on age and baseline health. To start, focus on learning the correct muscles. Typically, these are the same muscles you would use to stop the flow of urine midstream. Once identified, Practice contracting them firmly for a few seconds, then fully relaxing them. Avoid squeezing your abs, buttocks, or holding your breath. Quality matters more than intensity. Over time, you can build up to several sets per day, just like any other muscle training routine. Consistency is key. The more regularly you engage these muscles, the stronger they become, which translates into more pronounced contractions during orgasm. Stronger contractions generally mean a more powerful climax, better control, and often improved confidence. This is not about perfection. It is about gradual, sustainable progress. Your body responds to what you do consistently, not what you do once in a while. Now remember to combine this internal work with the broader journey of understanding your erection age. Use the age tool to see where you stand and to get actionable steps you can take to move that number in the right direction. Once you have your results, bring that information back into your lifestyle choices, your exercise routines, and your intimate life. Information becomes power when you use it. So far, we have discussed prostate massage, pelvic floor training, and the basic anatomy behind your orgasmic power. Next, let's look at some herbal supplements that may support that power from the inside. The internet is full of ads promising miracles, and not all of them are trustworthy. Instead of chasing every trending pill, focus on nutrients and herbs that have some science behind them and that support prostate health, semen quality, and vascular function. One such ingredient is Pygeum africanum, sometimes called African cherry bark. It has been used for years to support prostate and urinary health. Clinical research suggests that standardized extracts of Pygeum can help improve urinary flow, reduce nighttime urination, and ease some symptoms associated with prostate enlargement by reducing inflammation and congestion in the gland. When the pathways through the prostate are less congested, it becomes easier for fluid to move through with less resistance. Another helpful ingredient is Pinus pinaster, commonly known as French maritime pine bark extract. It is rich in antioxidant compounds called proanthocyanidins, which support blood vessel health and nitric oxide production. Healthy blood flow is essential for both erections and ejaculation, and there is evidence that this type of extract can improve circulation and semen quality in some men. Stronger vascular health means better delivery of oxygen and nutrients to the tissues that matter. Selenium is another key player. This trace mineral is highly concentrated in the testicles and in semen, and it plays a vital role in sperm formation, testosterone metabolism, and the protection of reproductive cells from oxidative damage. When selenium levels are sufficient, sperm tend to be healthier, more mobile, and better formed. Low selenium is associated with poor sperm output, weaker climax force, and reduced fertility. You can get selenium naturally from foods such as Brazil nuts, seafood, meats, and eggs. Because semen is one of the most selenium-rich fluids your body produces, frequent ejaculation over many years without adequate dietary replenishment can theoretically contribute to lower levels if the diet is not supportive. That is one more reason to nourish your system intentionally instead of leaving it to chance. Another herb that often appears in discussions about male sexual health is Tribulus terrestris. Traditionally, it has been used to support libido and seminal fluid production. Some animal research suggests that Tribulus may help stimulate spermatogenesis and enhance the body's sensitivity to testosterone, especially in older males. While human data is mixed and it is not a magic cure, it can be one component of a broader, well-thought-out support strategy. Maca root, a traditional Peruvian tuber, is another favorite in the context of sexual vitality. Studies have indicated that maca can improve semen volume, concentration, and motility over time. Many men also report subjective improvements in energy, mood, and libido while taking it regularly. Think of maca as a long-game tonic rather than an instant fix. Consistent use combined with healthy habits tends to bring the best results. So you have prostate massage, pelvic floor training, and evidence-informed herbs all working together to support your orgasmic power. Now let's talk about one of the most accessible and powerful forms of medicine you have: food. What you eat every day either nourishes your sexual health or quietly undermines it. If you want fireworks back in the bedroom, the journey goes through your kitchen. Pumpkin seeds are a fantastic place to start. They are naturally rich in zinc, which, as mentioned earlier, is essential for semen production and testosterone balance. A handful of pumpkin seeds as a regular snack or sprinkled on salads can be a simple way to support your reproductive system. Leafy greens and beets are also powerful allies because they contain nitrates that convert into nitric oxide in the body, helping to relax blood vessels and improve circulation to the penis, testes, and prostate. Improved blood flow does not just help with erections. It also supports the health of the glands and tissues that produce and move semen. That may be one reason why some men experience noticeable changes in sexual performance when they consistently incorporate nitrate-rich foods and balanced smoothies into their diets. If you already have a favorite smoothie routine, consider adding greens and beets into the mix. Eggs and liver are rich in choline and other nutrients important for cell membranes and metabolic processes involved in semen production. These foods help supply the raw materials your body needs to build healthy, robust fluid. Pineapple and celery can contribute to better hydration and, for many men, a more pleasant taste to their semen. When you care about your body's fluids, from hydration status to micronutrients, you can feel the difference in volume, consistency, and overall experience. Hydration deserves its own spotlight. Semen is mostly water, and if you are chronically dehydrated, your body simply does not have the fluid resources to create voluminous, robust ejaculations. Make it a habit to drink water throughout the day instead of relying only on coffee, alcohol, or sugary drinks. The more adequately hydrated you are, the better your body can support healthy ejaculation and overall function. Nuts like walnuts and Brazil nuts provide healthy fats, arginine, and again, selenium, all critical players in vascular and reproductive health. A small mixed handful daily can be a powerful way to nourish your arteries, your nerves, and your semen quality. You are not just feeding your hunger, you are feeding your future orgasms. On the flip side, there are foods and habits you want to reduce or avoid. Excessive alcohol, sugary processed foods, and heavily refined carbs can disrupt hormone balance, contribute to weight gain, and damage blood vessels. Over time, this weakens erections, reduces semen quality, and lowers libido. Similarly, excessive intake of certain highly processed soy-based products may impact hormone dynamics in some men, especially when combined with other lifestyle stressors. Shifting away from these habits is not about perfection or guilt. It is about recognizing that your sexual health is a direct reflection of how you treat your body. Every meal is a message to your cells. The more often that message says nourish, repair, and support, the more your body responds with vitality, stamina, and resilience. As you start this journey towards stronger, more powerful ejaculations, remember that your body is not broken. It is communicating. What may feel like failure is often just feedback that something needs attention. Your prostate, your pelvic floor, your hormones, your circulation, your stress levels, or your nutrition. When you respond with care and strategy instead of shame, transformation becomes possible. Support your prostate with gentle massage and lifestyle habits that reduce inflammation. Strengthen your pelvic floor with consistent, targeted exercises. Feed your system with foods that support blood flow, hormone balance, and semen quality. Consider thoughtful, research-informed herbal and nutritional supplements that align with your needs. Then, give your body time to respond. Revisit your erection age regularly and use that as a guidepost. You and your body are on the same team. With a bit of knowledge, consistent intention, and a willingness to make changes, your climax does not have to fade as you age. It can evolve into something even more conscious, powerful, and satisfying. You deserve orgasms that feel alive, full, and deeply connected to your sense of masculinity and vitality. You deserve to feel proud of how your body responds. With the right tools and a compassionate approach, you can bring back that intensity you remember and maybe even surpass it. I am Dr. Amanda Brooks, and this is your reminder that your sexual health is worth your time, your attention, and your commitment.